Washington, D.C., Part 2. Okay, so as you'll see in these videos, I do not look the same. However, for some reason in these Part 2 and some other videos coming up, I did not do any dialogue, and I don't know why. I think I was just enjoying the trip. I have no idea, but this is me. I'm actually retroing a bunch of old vlogs to try and catch up because I've been a lot of places and done a lot of things. But anyway, let's get started talking about this trip to Washington, D.C. in 2019. This is Part 2. And first thing we did was go to Open City. No, we didn't. Sorry. See? So long ago, I can't even remember. No, first thing we did this day is that we went to Ashton's favorite, which is Corner Street Bakery. That girl loves her some overnight oats. And the thing you learn about Corner Street Bakery is you have to get there early because the overnight oats are their most popular thing on the menu and they will run out. And if you watch my past vlogs, you can see where she's gotten upset because they were out. So that's what we did first. After that, we ended up going to the Library of Congress. A little thing about DC is if you go on Columbus Day, a lot of times they have the Library of Congress open for the public. Usually you have to like petition to go in there. It's always open to the public, but you have to petition to go into the main room where the card catalog is. And on Columbus Day, they open it up and you get to go in there. So that is always really cool to see. If you've never seen it, you should go on Columbus Day and go see it. Next, I would say we went to see the Botanical Gardens, which is close by, and that is Sean's favorite thing to do in DC, and I don't blame it. It's beautiful. I would totally just hang out there if I lived there all the time because of all the beautiful flowers. But yeah, that's what we did first, so check it out. would like to add that Ashton is great with outfits. She always has a theme. So we were planning on going to the Air and Space Museum later that day. And so, of course, she had a great outfit plan. So she shows it off right here.
Yes.
Tell us about your outfit.
Tell us about my outfit? Okay. So these are really fun. Star flare pants. See that? See that? Got my NASA shirt and my star earrings because I'm going to Air and Space Museum. I got to get my selfie and send it to NASA because I am a star.
Next, we went and checked out all of the Smithsonian's. All of we checked out, I think, the castle, the Natural History Museum, the American History Museum, the Air and Space. We kind of had a plan. You can't see all of those in one day. However, we've seen them multiple times. So it was just kind of like hit the things we haven't seen before. And so that we could get it all done because we had our parents, in case I forgot to mention before. My Aunt Peggy's on this trip. My mom's on this trip. And of course my cousin Sean and one of my best friends Ashton is on this trip. So we just kind of wanted to get as much in as we could. And so, yeah, we'll check out all of the Smithsonian museums. Okay, food trucks. Food trucks line the mall. And if you go back and watch some of my other DC vlogs, you will see where we found this one food truck. And I cannot remember what it's called. And I'm sure Sean will comment below what it is because it's his favorite. He loves it so much that he carries the card in his wallet so that when we're there, he can find it. And I really feel bad. I think it's like Big Papa's or something Papa's. I don't know. Sean, comment below what it's called. I have it in this video, but I don't know if you can see the name, but it is amazing. It's like this spicy chicken sandwich. I can't even explain what it is or how. I know it's chicken, but I can't explain how good it is. But we found it, and of course that made us all so happy, and it was delicious as always. So of course we did all of the Smithsonian's, but then it was time to go to one of my favorites, my favorite dinner restaurant in DC, probably, that's hard to say, but when I went to England, I loved the pubs there, and this is like a legit, I don't know, people might not say it's legit. It reminded me of the pubs from when I was in London, and it is Elephant and Castle in DC, and it is so good. They have Yorkshire pudding, fish and chips. And the Yorkshire pudding tastes just like it did when I was in London, which I don't really know how you mess up Yorkshire pudding, but I'm sure you can. But it is really good, and it's one of my favorites. And then we were sitting in a different spot than we normally sit, next to a bookshelf that had some pretty interesting reading happening there.
The boy with loaves and fishes. Wow, this is scripture. Everything you need to know about scripture is the word. Ooh, what is this? Here are 6 clocks: morning, evening, afternoon, evening, night, and day.
Oh, so you skipped scripture?
So this is selection tests. General hints.
Okay, side note. I've probably said side note already, but I want to add this. I have so many videos of Ashton running across the street, and I'm sure there was a story behind that, but I don't remember what it is. And in fact, one of these clips you saw previously, but then she did it several times again during the day, and I'm gonna put all of them here so that you can see, because I really don't know why Ashton was running across every crosswalk when there were no cars coming, but there must be some kind of fear that she unlocked. Ashton, please explain, comment below, let me know why. She running.
Are you recording me? Stop!
Okay, DC tradition time. It is time for DC traditions, and we have so many DC traditions, most of them involving food and where we're going to eat, but these 2 traditions are probably my favorite, and that is on our last day night in DC, we'd go to back porch sitting. And what is back porch sitting, you ask? That is when you go to the Lincoln Memorial, walk to the back, and just sit and watch the sunset. And let me tell you, it is beautiful. Sunset over the Potomac. You can see Arlington in the background. It's just beautiful. It's a tradition. We do it every year. I just love it. Motivational talks from Ashton Nicole Thompson.
You can do it!
Woo. As Zach Hancock says, raise me up, God. Lift me up. Ugh.
Voice command.
Voice command, so it's got Siri.
It's got Peggy Siri.
What else it got?
Okay, you need to stop.
And our second tradition, which is something that I think I started, the back porch thing was always, I mean, we all did it together, but it was a Sean thing. We did it the first time, I did it the first time with Sean and my uncle Tony and Aunt Peggy, and then it just became tradition. But my favorite tradition is one last walk to the Capitol at night. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty all lit up at night, and it just makes me think, America. I don't know. I think it's because the very first time that I saw it at night, I can still remember there was a group of people sitting on the Capitol steps singing "Oh How He Loves Us." And maybe that's it. Maybe it's a nostalgic thing, and just I just remember that moment, so I love to go back. But either way, it's just so pretty, and it's just the perfect way to end a trip to DC. Which the trip did not end after this, as you'll see in just a few minutes. That was disgusting.
You need to wipe your butt.
Okay, so if you watch the last vlog, you will see that American Airlines screwed us up, and so we had to drive to DC. Now, let's think of silver linings, and that would be that because we drove, we had to drive back, which meant we could kind of take our time. So first thing we did was eat at one of our favorite breakfast places, which is Open City. It's at Woodley Park near the zoo. It's so good. They have this great orange cream filled French toast, which is my favorite, but mainly, and I didn't post any of these, but we mainly love it for the coffee. They have such a great coffee and tea selection, and they always have seasonal offerings, but even just their coffee, like morning coffee, is delicious. It comes with these little animal crackers, which I'm really sad that I did not show in this video, but if I can find a picture, I'll post it because it's so good. So yeah, we started with that. Sorry for my dog barking in the background. So after Open City Cafe, because we had time and because we had to drive home, we decided to go to Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon is beautiful. It's one of my favorite places to go visit. I love to visit Alexandria too, but we didn't get to make it this trip. But Mount Vernon is so pretty, and if you are there at the right time of year, sometimes the leaves have not changed, but we were there when the leaves were changing. Oh, it was so pretty with the green and the orange, and then the view of the water, and just the house, touring the house. I'm gonna live there. I want to live there because it's beautiful. And then you got to see the working farm and the colonial village, and I just love it. I love Mount Vernon. So check it out. And that's it for part 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to see all of my future stuff. I am going to try to keep posting at least 1 video a week until I'm finally caught up with all of my vlogs. And I think you'll like to see all the places I go. I've got lots of places coming up and you don't want to miss it. So like and subscribe, and good night.